And so that's a big responsibility and a huge pay increase. And so Summit is right in the middle of summer, and that's right in the middle of harvest. And I'm not sure if I'll be driving a combine at that time. And then I also have 3 little kids. Well, Isaac is 12, and then Olivia's 6, and Ariel's 4. But they're going to go spend some time in the summer with my aunt in Tennessee. And so the idea is the weekend of Summit is to take my children to my aunt's house in Tennessee, and then fly from Tennessee to Indy, and then spend the weekend at Summit, just me and Adam, and then we'll fly back to Denver, because that's closer to where our house will be, and then start harvest then. So right now it's just a little bit iffy on a timeline, and if we can align all the dates correctly. But yes, my plan is to go to Summit. We're just waiting because I don't know how soon we're gonna move. They have to build us a house in Kansas. So yeah, it's a really big deal. So we're just kind of waiting to see how everything works out in our favor.
Well, it would be so nice to finally meet you face to face.
Yes, I hear that a lot. The plan is to go, so we're pretty excited. So, and I know there are a couple people in Denver, transferable tickets for the $150 price. So if I can snag one of those when I find out, it would be a whole lot better. So that's the plan. Anyhow, we'll see if it all works out in my favor.
Woohoo! Hey, Renee.
Hey, that is so.
Sorry, I've been working away at getting ready for our power half hour, and my dog started like going crazy barking, so I had to run and let them out, and but that is exciting for you, Christina. I'm so excited. I know you have a lot going on. You always do, though, so it's nothing new.
Same old, same old. I'm always busy.
Yeah. But I'm really excited for us to have a working power half hour together, so that you can kind of see exactly how you can be very efficient with your time. So I wanted to talk about and I know Marilyn, I don't believe I saw you last night or Christina, so I haven't been able to really share with you guys. I had like 3 coach calls yesterday, and then the call on about the meal plans, and it was just such an incredible weekend. I just can't even put into words how amazing it was and how much I want y'all to be there with me next year. The sisterhood, the community, and being around such amazing leaders, and then seeing what they go through on a daily basis and how the struggle is. I'm just going to real quickly, before I get into it, just share a little bit about like real life, and how if you want this, you'll find a way, and what kind of community we really we're a part of, and how amazing they are. Hey, Heather. So I'm basically just chatting a little bit about your dog sounds like mine just 2 seconds ago. I just let mine out. So Lauren Duke, who is, been number 7, I think she's like 5 times elite. There was no, she was told that there was no chance she could hit elite last year, and then she started one-on-one mentoring with Josh Coates, which is like $1,000 an hour. And what happened was her husband was deployed for an entire year, so he came back and they were just total strangers. And at like, we're done here. And so they went through counseling and they're working through that. And in the process, in the middle of this, while her husband's deployed, her teenage daughter, who is 15, her two best friends committed suicide. And then her daughter took a knife and locked herself in the bathroom and tried to commit suicide too. And I got deep, but so she shared about this, and then we're in the training with Josh Coates, and Lauren Duke's daughter is a part of that. And Josh is like, hey, little Duke, what do you want to be when you grow, in 5 years from now? Where do you see yourself in 5 years from now? And she's been getting, therapy and help. And she was like, I just want to be a mom. And she spent the whole day with us. And at the end of that day, she wrote her mom a letter and was like, Mom, you are really good at what you do. And I love you so much. And I'm so proud of you. And it was just like, that is the impact that we are having, like, on generations, and her daughter, who has been going through all these struggles, and her as a mom wanting to throw in the towel because of it all, push through and help put this together and bring us all together. And it impacted her daughter in such an amazing way. And it was like, you couldn't predict that. And then another girl on our team, her son was 1 year old when she was diagnosed with thyroid cancer. And then it's come back twice since then. And now her son's 8, and it's come back a 4th time, and it's spread to her lymph nodes. And it was like we all gathered around her and laid hands on her and prayed for her. And it was like a group of like 40 or 50 of us. It was just an amazing, amazing time. And it just shows like I didn't have a lot of girls that were my friends growing up, and to be around such a positive environment where you don't have to worry if somebody's stealing something from you, or, you know what I mean? Like, no girl drama. We were just there to love on each other, be there for each other, uplift each other, empower each other. And, we all go through the struggles together. And it was just a powerful, powerful weekend. And I just, my prayer is that you all get to be there with me next year and we get to experience that amazingness together, because it was the most amazing girls weekend I've ever had. That was so much team building involved that I just everywhere. But just to not give up the fight and to know that we all have stuff, and even the top coaches are going through hard times in life, and it's our choice if we want to fight through it for our family or if we want to give up. And I know we're soaring sisters, and we fight. We're fighters, and we don't give up easily, and that is the key to it all. So I want to also say that being very intentional about where you are and your goals in this business, and if they're matching your actions. So, and there's no right or wrong here, but there are different trackers that I can plug you into based on what you want in this business. So if you want to be a walk-in coach and go very slow at this, I can get you a tracker where it's just, you invite 2 people a day, follow up with 2 people a day, and make 2 new friends a day, that sort of thing. So it's more of a slower pace, but you're still doing something, so that you don't get overwhelmed by somebody that may have more time and want to grow this to the top, the elite. And, we all have different goals for different reasons, but I don't want limiting beliefs to put you in a category. I want you to legitimately say, I'm doing this as a hobby, and that's why I only want to do it as a hobby with, doing something versus nothing. So, if you're getting overwhelmed with doing, 10 or more invites, then maybe, not understanding your expectations, maybe hobby coach, and doing something is better than nothing, because a lot of times I know for myself, if I feel overwhelmed, I'll shut down. And I don't want anybody to shut down. I want you to keep fighting for your dreams and not allowing your limiting beliefs to stop you from moving forward into, your true potential and just growing, even if it's a slower growth. The key is always consistency. So just know that, and you can reach out to me privately if you feel like you may be a hobby coach versus a I'm in it to win it business building coach. And I want to know that too, so that I can, and that's why I encourage y'all to post those videos too, because I want to be there. I can't do it for you, but I want to fight for you. I want to fight with you. I want to help you succeed. That's my goal this year. That's on my, vision board this year, is to see you guys win, to see you make more money for your families, to see you get to take vacations, to see you pay off debt and have that flexibility, to see you grow your own community and tribe, and then bring them with us next year too, so that we can just have a huge movement and just take over Rosemary Beach and Panama City and that whole area with all of our soaring sisters. So it would just be amazing to do that and be a part of that. So I'm excited to do just a power half hour with you guys, and that way you can see what it looks like as far as obviously our vital behaviors. We have the 4. It's the recognition, the sharing and inviting, the working out, and the personal development. But the inviting is what can get a little tricky, because you think, just only inviting or sharing. So in a power half hour, I'm going to just show you really exactly what that looks like for inviting and sharing and connecting and making new friends. And I'm going to give you ideas and scripts. The goal is I'm going to set a timer, and the goal is to get like 10 or 2 at least in that time frame. If you can, don't, but the goal is to do as many as you can, but be intentional, because it's quality over quantity. And we don't want to just go for the low-hanging fruit and the low-hanging apples. We really want to be intentional with who we are communicating with. We can help any challenger, but as far as coaches go, just be intentional with that, because this isn't for everybody, and that's okay. Everybody has their calling and their purpose. But if you see something in somebody and they may not see it in themselves, I wouldn't hold back from at least sharing it with them. So anyways, I can go on and on about that. Let me share my screen, because I do have slides for this. Here we go. And feel free, this is like interactive, so if you want to chat or have questions during it, feel free. So I started with, this is an example of a power half hour. We're going to just do the finds, the connects, and the invites. And the other stuff we're not going to worry about today in this power half hour. So we're just going to focus on being very intentional in those 3 areas: starting new conversations. Well, actually it's 4. Starting new conversations, making new friends, inviting to your challenge group, and I'm going to encourage you guys to send out some Soaring Sister coach invites. So that is what we'll do for this power half hour. And I just realized I do not have my my watch. So let me go get that so I can have music and a timer real quick. Okay. And I'm going to start doing this more often. So that is also, it'll get smoother as we keep going. And let me see if I can find my timer now. There it is. Clock. Sorry, guys. There's so much on here. Okay, here we go. I have everything popping up at the same time. Not what I wanted. I really wanted to be more prepared, and here I am. Can you please just pull up the timer? Hey Siri, can I have a stopwatch? Okay, it's pulling up. Yay. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Oh, good. Do we have someone join us? Okay, so we have more on here with us, so it actually works out perfectly. Does anybody have any preference in music? I really like Lauren Daigle, but I know she can be not very upbeat. So you can do work radio, but you know, that wouldn't be appropriate always with kids around. Let's see. Y'all are so quiet. Does anybody have a preference on music? You don't care?
I'm used to working in complete silence, except when the dogs bark. So whatever works for you.
Okay. I'm gonna do some music just because if you want to silence it, you can, but I'll do a little music. I'm gonna start with showing the inviting top tips. These are really good to, remember. That wasn't what I wanted. Okay, that's what I'll do. Okay, so don't overthink it when you're gonna get into your conversations. Definitely don't be weird about it. Just be you, just be yourself. It feels good to be told you would be good at something. So use this time to offer affirmations to other people, compliment people, and invite changed my life. I know it has changed y'all's life. So remember that when you're sending these out, that it can change someone's life. Someone is sitting on that other end waiting for you. So try to keep it light and get to the point. Always end a sentence with a question. That is another really big key there too. So now I will start, and we will start with our inviting. So we're going to intentionally message people. Here are a couple of options for you. I have, hey, I know it's the beginning of January and a lot of people have set some goals for themselves. You've crossed my mind because I have an awesome new group. I'm starting with some ladies that are staying accountable to some health and fitness goals together or whatever. You can personalize. Everyone gets their own personalized plan to simplify everything. Is this something you'd want more info on? That is a very generic invite. You want to personalize it, include their name and that sort of thing. And okay, and then another option is hey Corey or whoever, how have you been? I hope you're enjoying the warmer weather, or you can just say the cold weather, or I hope you're just doing well. This is just, you want to start the conversation and be authentic and be genuine to that person. I am putting together my next online fitness boot camp for Fit Club and wanted to know if you'd be interested in joining me. It will be starting next Monday. Since I started doing these programs, I've realized that accountability and support have been the biggest factors in my success. This group will be full of women from across the country and some around the world who are making a commitment to better themselves and their health through a fitness program and a nutrition plan that is tailored specifically to them. Can I send you more information about joining us? So these are just, guidelines to use, and I will keep, doing this, and I can post these on our team page as well for reference later on. But the goal here is to, during this time slot, do at least 2 very intentional ones. You can also go into the news feed of one of the 2 and, just make it personal. Be yourself. Don't be weird about it. The key is not to script them, but to really be genuine that you really do want them to join you. So I'm going to go ahead and set the timer, and you guys can start now. Kind of like, is this too inappropriate for y'all?
Somebody save your soul, cause you've been sinning in the city. I know too many troubles, all these lovers got you losing control. You like a drug to me, a luxury, my sugar and gold. I want the good life every good night, you're a hot one to hold. Cause you don't even know. I can make your hands clap. See, I can make your hands clap. Somebody, if you want my love, you gotta do what it does. If you want to be sweet like sugar, good.
All right, time is up for the inviting part. So let me see if I can unmute y'all real quick. How did it go? How did it go? It's hard to
I see.
It's hard to stop, isn't it? Can you hear me? Okay, well, we're going to go on to the next. And if it cuts off on us, we will just click back into this link and finish out the last 10 minutes after this one. Because it'll be 5 minutes for the next two of each. So now we're going to be inviting to add to our team. And these are great options. Remember, you want to be yourself, be authentic, and don't think too much about it. If you believe somebody is great for this, then send them this and let them know. These are just guides and options for you. We have, let me see. I may go ahead and upgrade my thing. Okay, so the two we have are, hey girl, how's it been? Wow, it's been so long. I'm so glad we are still friends, Facebook friends. I love following your beautiful little family, so I'm sure you have seen me blowing up your feed, not feet, um, with happiness and posts. Ha ha. I got to tell you, every time I see your face in my feed, I'm like, man, oh man, she would be my dream coach or mentor. Have you ever even thought about becoming one? Easy question, right? The other one, easy, simple, but sometimes not easy, I guess is a better way of putting it. Get out of your own head, just do it. Remember who you're doing it for, your family, your future, and your goals. Then another option is, hey girl, I love your fitness pictures. You go, girl. I have to ask, have you ever considered doing what I do? Every time I see one of your posts, I'm like, okay, this girl is just like me. No big deal if you're not interested, but I have a new training business starter academy group coming up, and I know you'd rock at this biz and help others. Like I said, no biggie either way, but I just had to ask. XO. So put it in your own words, but those are two examples to get you started, and our goal is to send that to 2 people. So I'm setting the timer and we can go.
Take your eyes off of me so I
Okay. So I hope you were bold and brave and you fought past those limiting beliefs and you put yourself out there, because that's what we do. Eagles put themselves out there because they see the bigger picture, and we soar because we see the bigger picture that's in store for our families. And by putting ourselves out there and sharing this opportunity with people, we have the ability to create that movement and impact their families the same way that ours are being impacted. So just keep being bold, keep doing it, and there's really no secret to it. This is just, you know, the daily grind of the business. You're a business owner, and this is what we do as business owners. So this is our fourth vital behavior with inviting. And we have 2 more things to do. So we have starting new conversations, and I'm going to do this one for 5 minutes. And these are some examples of ways to just start the conversation. Really, you don't want Beachbody to be in this at all. You really just want it to be, hey, I just want to chat with you, see how you're doing, and start a conversation. It can be easier for some than others. So here are some ideas. You can say, hey girl, I wanted to thank you so much. This one I use a lot, and I found it so just a really good one to get a conversation going. Hey girl, or their name, I wanted to thank you so much for your recent love on my post. It really means a lot, and I greatly appreciate your support, however you want to word that. If I can ever help you in any way, feel free to reach out, and I really do hope you're doing great. That's one example. You can also just say, hey, how are you and the family? And just small talk, 1 or 2 sentences, and that you get from just looking at their timeline from the past, week or so. Then there's another one that is more of where you're sharing about you in a non-invite, like you're sharing it, but I forget the word, but you're kind of putting yourself on the outside, just sharing about it to create a conversation. So you can say, hey, I just wanted to pop over and say hello. There's so many friends on Facebook that we don't even talk to, and I'm trying to reconnect when I can. Random, I know. I am also a health and fitness mentor. I usually try to keep coach out of it, just because coach, I get like that word just gets to me a little bit. That's just my personal thing. But you can say mentor and coach. And I'm on a mission to make Facebook a more positive and uplifting place. I post a lot about healthy and sometimes not so healthy meal ideas, the importance of having a positive mindset, women empowering other women and supporting other women, how daily exercise and nutrition can improve our lives. I want to encourage a positive body image to as many women as I can. Thank you so much for following and showing me support. If along the way, if you do decide to. And if you ever have any questions or want to join one of my fitness and nutrition fit clubs or boot camps, just let me know, and have a great day, girl. So that's kind of like a way of inviting, but not. And again, don't use words that you wouldn't normally use. So make sure that it sounds like you when you're doing these, because the idea is just to chat with somebody. So however that looks for you, just have a conversation. So the goal is a minimum of 2, and I'm going to set the timer and we can start. It's fun, guys.
Waking up alone. When you look I know this place is amazing, face it, and another like our God. From the foundations, placement, station, stayed in place underneath this vibe. Oh my God, you're the one worth the price of. Yeah. Check this out, y'all. This for all my faith leaders. All y'all who stepping out on faith. Sharing Christ through words. You gotta step out through that, man. Let me explain to you what faith is. Check this out, y'all. This thing is tripping for things so far. No one built a book for. Jesus took a beating and his whole body was broke for. Spoke for. You know who the one was broke for. Abraham had it.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and end it there. We kind of went into the new friends at the same time as connecting. So I'm going to unmute real quick because I know we don't have very long, but I want to know how many y'all did and how it went. Unmute all, that's what I meant to hit. Okay, so how did it go?
So I'll go. Like I just said, it went well. I was kind of surprised. I sent you a PM, Renee. It was funny. Like one of my girlfriends was like, "Is this a mass text?" I was like, "No, I just thought you'd be perfect for this." So that was funny, but I covered it, and she was fine. She's like, "No, that sounds like a great idea." So that was good. And then ironically, like a bunch of girlfriends I hadn't talked to in a while had liked one of my posts, and so I really enjoyed that one because I was able to kind of connect with them a little bit, and I hadn't in so long. So that was good. That was a good thing. I really like the idea of just kind of just the reconnecting and sharing with people, and then so I've got several messages back, and that's always a plus. Say hi. This is my nanny baby. This is one of my little guys. And my guys have been in and out, so thanks for ignoring them and the giant laundry pile I have. I have them working on. But I just thought I'd jump in. Anyway, Marilyn reminded me, so I'm super excited that she did that. Guys, keep me on my toes. I want to be in here, and if I'm not, remind me because I just am all over the place. So anyway, so it's been great, and I'm glad that I was pushed out of my comfort zone to do it. So I'm going to continue the momentum, and there we go. There's another one. So
Woohoo! Progress.
Yay.
If you have questions about how to respond to any of these messages, that ding group for 5 is perfect, or you can private message me, but I know that a lot of times my sisters can get back in touch, because all of us are on different schedules. So if I'm not there to get in touch as soon as, we're all in there. So somebody will get back to you super fast. So if you have any questions on how to respond to anything, that is the perfect place to plug into that, because I know as you're just getting that momentum going, you're going to get questions. And like that, it's because you're just starting out that they asked you that, because you're just now becoming that person that is known for helping people. So they were kind of probably like, oh, what? Like, these
right.
So, you're branding yourself in a positive way of I'm here to help you with your goals in health and fitness and put positivity out into the world. So that's an awesome actual thing and something to be really excited about. And I'm so glad that you covered it so well, because a lot of people don't know what to do with that, and you did amazing. So I'm so proud of you. And
thanks. Yeah. It was good. It was good. I'm glad that I did it.
Yay. So I'm going to start doing this ongoing. And it's going to have to be during the day just because that works best for me. I can't do nights every night because I got to give my family some time. So I will be doing it probably at either Thursday's probably the best in the afternoon, just like today. So I really like the turnout too, and next week should be a lot smoother now that we've kind of get the system going, and pretty soon we'll just be able to come in here and just knock it out and really just work together, and then get to spend some time together just chatting. So that was my goal, was to do a quick 30 minutes and then have like a coffee chat, because we didn't have our team call on Tuesday, but I know it ran over because of getting everything together in the beginning and some of what happened this past weekend. So thank you so much for joining me, and I am excited for the results and the benefits that you're going to get out of it, because I know you will. That's just so exciting. So how did you do, Marilyn?
I did fine. I went back and touched base with some people that it was, I had left a comment and they never responded. So it was basically a new touch again. And, but it was people that I see active on my page. So it was no contact on Messenger, contact on page. So I'm curious to see what happens because, now we have a history. They know more about me, and hopefully we'll get some of them out of the bushes and into, my
Yeah,
workout room.
that's exciting. And, that's just all a part of growth. And yes, you have definitely been branding yourself and so consistent since you started with sharing how your journey's been going. And I know, Megan, you just started getting out there with it, but you've come out the gate. So that's awesome too. I mean, you have an amazing transformation, Marilyn. I mean, oh my goodness. What you have accomplished since July blows me away. And Megan, if you have not gone and looked at Marilyn's transformation photos,
I've seen them. They're great.
I know, right? So
They're great.
Yeah, she's come a long way, and just inside and out, and that's what it's all about. All of us are. And I love you guys. So thanks for taking time to do this with me. We get to do this together. So
Definitely.
yeah, so y'all have a great rest of your afternoon, and I'm going to go get my kids off the bus.
Okay.
Alrighty, catch ya.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Bye-bye.